Hello, I'm Troy LeBlanc.
And I'm Joshua Miller.
We are Elyon Media. Elyon Media is a forerunning movement in the independent Christian media industry. We want to join those who have pioneered before us in seeking, discovering, developing, and inspiring up-and-coming media artists to provide faith-filled works that will inspire the world over. Our vision is to provide wholesome, faith-filled works that will inspire both the individual and the family within a scriptural worldview and have a global impact. I'd like to take a moment to share a bit of my testimony with you. I've been a missionary overseas for about 14 years in 16 different countries after getting out of the military during Desert Storm in the early 90s. 2005, I was involved in youth ministry, and we did a youth camp using multimedia. The production was amazing. The kids really got the message that Messiah wanted to live in and through them, that it wasn't just something they were going through the motions and experiencing. 2006, he deposited a vision. The vision was seeing an army of youthful, faith-filled, spirit-filled, prophetic, revelatory missionaries in media going across the world spreading the message. 2007, he called me off the field to begin this journey with him. Father allowed us to do a local feature film here in San Antonio, and we've been favored to edit for a couple of television shows in growing our skill set necessary to perform the vision. Last year, at 2011, during October, I was working for Apple Inc., and he called me out of Apple to begin the journey full-time. He promised that he would supply our needs, and as we continue to forge our team, that the vision would become more clear. And since then, it's been quite amazing. We've been fortunate and favored to work with ministries like Christ to Life Ministries, with Bill Loveless, Warriors Road Trip Network, and other ministries that are engaged in a global impact in getting the message of Christ living in and through us and having experiential relationship with the Father. Well, that brings us to today. It's been a blessing to work with you, Bill. I can't tell you how much it's really radically changed my life, and I know the life of our team, because we're getting an opportunity to see the vision that was deposited to me fulfilled in ministries like yours. It's very rare because we sit behind computers so much recently building the seed that's taken to the fields that we very rarely get an opportunity to see the harvest that's reaped by it, because we're in a perpetual seed building mode. Now, that was one of the things that the Father had rolled out to us, was that he was going to be bringing ministries that were going to need the services that we provided. And it wasn't about maybe 3 weeks after leaving Apple that I met Bill. We had the opportunity to begin shooting the marriage conference, and then the series, the 4-part series of book 1 through 4. And I think what's been pretty amazing through that is seeing people come in at the beginning of the sequence and who they were and why they were coming in and who they were living through and who was living through them as they were leaving at the end of those series. That was pretty impacting. What was even more impacting was editing the footage back at the studio. We spent a lot of more hours going through inch by inch and frame by frame of those videos to make sure that they were absolutely perfect with Bill. And I think it was during that time we began to be changed. And that's been something we're very thankful to Christ to Life Ministries for. We are, and why we are, and who we are today is in large part to the teachings that Christ to Life Ministries has brought through our studio. Bill, you have our 100% support, our time, our skills, and it's been a real pleasure working with you. Seeing the other day with you the video from Africa, wasn't that pretty amazing?
Yeah, it really was, especially as a graphic designer. Like Troy was mentioning, we spend so much time behind the screen that sometimes we don't exactly see some of the harvest going on, and it was a pleasure and a blessing to see all the lives that are being touched by the works that we are producing.
That's awesome. Well, it's a pleasure and it's a privilege to be able to work with this ministry. And for all of those who are supporters, thank you for your involvement and your investment with this. Please know that it's changed our lives individually. It's changed the facet of our studio and the experience that we're having with our Father in heaven and allowing Christ to live in and through us. And now being able to see that the works of our hands and involvement with this ministry and your support is going across the world, to the Netherlands, to Africa, across the States, and Lord willing soon to places that these two hands could never reach. And it's a real privilege. We thank you for that. If there's anything that we could ever do to help any of you, please know that we're here to support you. And all of those that may be contemplating supporting this ministry, maybe you're just visiting, if there's anything you can do, please know that on the grassroots level, this ministry is having an effect. And we're behind it 100%. Thank you and God bless.